Welcome back. Hello class. Hussein Ibrahim is my name. Welcome back to English class. Today's lesson we are going to learn about morphemes. Our main focus for today's lesson will be on morphemes. Now here's the content for our lesson for today. 1. Introduction to morpheme. 2. Types of morphemes. Then lastly, application of morpheme. Introduction to morpheme. The morpheme is the first rank according to the constituent of relationship and the last rank according to the consist of relationship in the round store. In our previous lesson, we learned that round store is the hierarchical arrangement of grammatical units from the highest to the lowest or from the lowest to the highest. And we got to know that morpheme is the least among the grammatical units. The grammatical units are 5. These are sentence, clause, phrase, word, and morpheme. Now, let's define morpheme. A morpheme is the smallest meaningful grammatical unit in a language. It consists of linguistic elements that cannot be broken into further units. We can identify a morpheme by 3 criteria. 1. It's a word or a part of word that has meaning. 2. Cannot be divided into smaller meaningful parts without meaningless remainders. 3. It reoccurs in different word environments with a relatively stable meaning. Examples: in English language, the word stop cannot be broken into further units, so it's a morpheme. In the same way, the one can be considered morphemes. Cat, it, word, if, and, to, table, etc. Now, let's look at the type of morphemes. We are having several types of morphemes, and these are: 1. Free morphemes, 2. Bound morphemes, 3. Full and empty morpheme, 4. Prefix and suffix, 5. Noun morphemes, then 6. Base or root morphemes. Let's continue. And also, there are 2 basic types of morphemes, which are the free morpheme and the bound morpheme. Let's look at the free morpheme. It's a type of morpheme which makes sense on its own. This type of morpheme, it makes sense on its own. There are type of free morphemes, which are lexical morphemes, and 2. Functional or grammatical morphemes. Examples are eat, teach, date, week, work. Bound morphemes. They are kind of morphemes that cannot make sense on its own. Types of bound morphemes: 1. Inflectional morpheme, 2. Derivational morphemes. Examples: dancer, words, boxer, swimmer, etc. The reason why they are saying it does not make sense on its own, it means they are attached to a word or to a morpheme. That is, for example, if we take dancer, when we split them into 2, we can get dance and the ER. So the dance is a morpheme and it makes sense, or dance is a free morpheme and it makes sense, but the ER does not make sense, but it's also a morpheme. So when it's attached to a free morpheme, then it can make sense. That's why we are saying a bound morpheme. It's attached to a free word or a free morpheme. Identify the number of morphemes in a given word. In English, the word stop is composed of 2 morphemes: stop plus the past tense maker, that is the stop plus the ed. In the same vein, the word walk is composed of 2 morphemes: walk plus the past tense maker, that is what plus ed. Similarly, we can say that went has 2 morphemes: go plus the past tense maker. Sing has two morphemes: sing plus the past tense maker. From the discussion above, we can confidently say that from the discussion above, we can confidently say that verbs in the simple present tense have two morphemes. Application of morphemes. Morphemes are important for phonics in both reading and spelling, as well as in vocabulary and comprehension. As we bring an end to this lesson, I would like you to try your hands on these questions. 1. Explain the term morpheme in your own words. State some example of morphemes. Try and identify the number of morphemes in above stated example. Memorize the types of morphemes. By your understanding, figure the importance of morphemes. Thank you. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.